The ESA lost nearly $4 million on the all-digital E3 2021. Taking the annual industry event online did not prove to be financially beneficial. As the video game industry tried to find its footing after the COVID-19 pandemic, the Entertainment Software Association elected to hold an all-digital E3 in 2021, which let developers and publishers hold online showcases under the show's banner. Based on public filings of financial records, that choice ended up losing more money than it earned. Tax documents followed by the ESA in 2021, which are available for public consumption due to its nonprofit status, found by IGN, show the organization spent a total of about $7.3 million on conferences, conventions, and meetings throughout the year. It was the second highest expense the ESA reported for 2021, with wages including $1.5 million to ESA President Stanley Pierre Lewis being number one. The form also lists names of contractors paid by the ESA for E3-related duties, which are as follows. $3.9 million to Pentagon Creative Agency LLC for trade show management, $1.6 million to Game Cloud Network Inc. for E3 web platform, and $580,000 to Smith Buckland for trade show management. The findings come alongside news that E3 2024 and E3 2025 are allegedly canceled. The city of Los Angeles mentioned the cancellations during a recent city tourism board meeting, but the ESA maintains that no decisions have been made for future E3 conferences at the moment. E3 2023 was canceled in late March after multiple companies, including Nintendo, Xbox, and Ubisoft, pulled out of the event. According to an email from the ESA to its members, the event simply did not garner the sustained interest necessary to execute in a way that would showcase the size, length, and impact of our industry. So, do you see E3 digital being another thing they try with so much money that they lost on the first E3 digital event?
Yeah, it was good for it back during the pandemic, at least try to maintain interest among certain developers, certain gamers, especially if they're part of the higher class of sorts. You want to consider them to be like the bigger contributors in the gaming industry or the gaming aspect. And right now in the year 2023, after a few months after the pandemic officially is over, because it was officially over as of May of 2023, the pandemic. So the damage is done with the pandemic and all. It's time just to move on from E3. Not altogether, but preserve it, keep it in interest of the gamers somehow, some way, and then that's it. Just let it move on. That's how I look at it. Maybe once instead of every year, maybe once every 5 years, E3 could be a thing. That's how I look at it. You never know, right?
Yeah, but what I see is there's no way E3's they should not try the digital route again. With how much money they lost in 2021. That's if E3 comes back at all. Like they said, the city of Los Angeles said 2024 and 2025 are already not happening. But ESA, who runs it, said that's not set in stone yet. So, yeah. So if it does come back, it obviously can't be digital. But like you said, unless there's like a huge influx where a bunch of companies can't do showcases because they'd be competing over each other's showcases and end up coexisting at the same time. I think E3 would just have, like you said, I like your situation. I like your suggestion where E3 should be a once in a blue moon type of thing, at least for now. Instead of once a year, like you said, once every 5 years, or just once when you got a bunch of big headline announcements, from many different companies, like when E3 comes around, it's not annual, it's a big deal,
Yeah. And I recall correctly, if you go based on the years of certain game releases, a set of game releases, like for example, in the year 2007, I found out recently by my other online gaming friends, they're saying that E3 had releases like that of Call of Duty, Modern Warfare, and then Assassin's Creed, and then Halo 3 and Half-Life Episode 2, and also all this stuff was coming out back during a 1 year long in 2007. It was one of the biggest, events of the entire year, E3 and all. So if they could put that together every 5 years in that style or scenario, then they can make as much as they can with E3 whenever they can, So
Yes, yeah. So I mean, that's probably but I mean, to lose that much money on an E3 digital event, that was eye opening.
yeah,